Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an ancient and, well, divine blueprint for organizing an entire nation. Seriously, this is a masterclass in logistics, identity, and social structure, all laid out with military precision. Let's get right into it. So, just imagine the challenge for a second. We're not talking about a village or even a city, but hundreds of thousands of people all moving together. Where does everyone camp? How do you march in an orderly way? How do you possibly create order out of what could be total chaos? It's a logistical puzzle on a massive scale. Well, the solution is laid out right here, in the Book of Numbers, chapter 2. And it's not some vague outline. Nope, this is an incredibly detailed, top-down blueprint for exactly how the children of Israel were supposed to organize their camp. It's really a masterclass in structure. Okay, so here's our plan. We're going to start at the very heart of the camp with the divine blueprint. Then we'll take a tour, moving outward through the four main divisions: east, south, west, and north. And finally, we'll put all the numbers together to see the grand design. All right, let's begin right in the middle, because everything in this plan, everything, revolves around a single sacred point. If you want to understand the whole thing, you have to start at the heart of the camp. So the instructions kick off with a divine command. And you gotta understand, this isn't a friendly suggestion or a helpful tip. It is a precise, direct order. Every single person has to pitch their tent under their family's banner. It's a system of absolute order, right from the get-go. And what's at that central point? The tabernacle. Think of it as a portable temple, the sacred heart of the entire nation. And its position? Dead center. This wasn't an accident. It signifies that it's the most important thing. All life, all order just radiates outward from this spot. Now, camped immediately around the tabernacle, you have the Levites. This is the priestly tribe, and their whole job is to take care of it. But here's the crucial detail. They are not included in the military census. See, their role is sacred, not martial. They create this kind of holy buffer zone at the very heart of the nation. Okay, let's move outward now to the first big division. We're starting on the east side, facing the sunrise. This is the position of honor. And it means this group is the very first to march whenever the nation picks up and moves. So this eastern division, it's led by the tribe of Judah. And look at that number. Judah is by far the largest single tribe, with almost 75,000 men. They're joined by Issachar and Zebulun. And together, they form the vanguard, the very front of the nation, all under a clear chain of command. Add them all up, and the total military strength of just this one division is a staggering 186,400 men. This single flank wasn't just first, it was the largest and most powerful force in the entire camp. All right, let's continue our tour around the camp. Next up, we're looking at the southern and western flanks. The blueprint lays them out in a very specific sequence, so let's just follow that order. That marching order is absolutely key to understanding this. So after Judah's division sets out, the southern flank is next in line. They form the second rank in this massive moving nation. This camp is led by the tribe of Reuben, and together with Simeon and Gad, they form a really formidable southern flank. All told, that's over 151,000 men, all tasked with securing one side of that sacred tabernacle. And over on the western side, we find the third rank. Now, their position in the march is really interesting. First, the southern division moves, then the Levites physically carry the tabernacle itself, and then this western group, led by Ephraim, follows. They're a force of over 108,000 men. And finally, we arrive at the northern side of the camp. These guys have an absolutely critical role. They are the rear guard. They complete this massive protective square around the center. The camp of Dan brings up the rear, marching, as the text says, hindmost with their standards. And what's really interesting here is that this was the second largest division in the whole camp, with over 157,000 men. That immense strength in the rear guard made sure the nation was protected from any attack from behind while it moved. So, there we have it. We've completed our tour of the entire camp. Now, let's add it all up, because the grand total, that's what reveals the true, mind-boggling scale of this mobile nation. When you add up all the numbered men from all 12 tribes, you get the staggering figure, 603,550. And you have to remember, this is just the fighting men, aged 20 and up. The total population, when you factor in women, children, the elderly, it would have been so much larger. We're talking about a nation.
And as you can see here, the camps were definitely not equal in size. The Eastern Division under Judah was the largest by a pretty wide margin, making it a super powerful vanguard. Then look at the Northern Rearguard, the second largest, providing huge protection from the back. This wasn't just some random arrangement. It was a strategically balanced, highly defensible formation.
So, what does this all boil down to? What's the ultimate takeaway? This was so much more than just a military formation. It was a powerful statement about identity and divine order. Every tribe, every family, every single person had a specific, God-given place in the community, all of it oriented around that sacred center. It's a blueprint for creating unity through divine structure. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Sure, this was a plan for a temporary camp, for a nation on the move. But what principles of structure, identity, and a shared central purpose can we see in this ancient blueprint that might still apply to the challenge of building any cohesive community, or even a nation, today?